Today, I'm building my dream apartment for my BLOXBURG town. So on this channel, I have a series where I'm creating different buildings in my town. And so far, the total value of the town is almost $1 million. And I mean, look at the bills alone. But today is all about creating my dream apartment. So let's get right into this. So over here is the building where I'm actually going to be making the apartment. And the reason it's 2 stories high is because underneath is going to be a restaurant. I'm not going to be doing the restaurant today, though. It's all about the apartment. So as you can see, there's like a little doorway in here, and this leads into an elevator room, and this is how you're going to get into the apartment. So I think we should start off by putting a floor in here, and now let's decide where the rooms are going to go. So in here is like the walkway, and this is going to be a tiny toilet. Then I want it to be rather open plan, but I do think this space here is perfect for like a main bathroom, and then maybe over on this side we can have a big bedroom. And because this is a dream apartment, my dream apartment definitely has a big closet, so we'll put that there. And also, by the way, there's a little balcony back here. And now let's do the windows, because this place is looking awfully plain. So I'm thinking I'm going to go for a traditional vibe for this apartment. So I'm going to be using these windows, and I'm going to dot these all around. Then along this back wall, I want more of a modernish window. So I'm going to use these ones here and stretch them out a little bit. Oh! I can't. Why not? Oh no, it's because this is right on the edge. I don't think we can resize them, but I can outsmart this if we just move it over to this wall and then do that. But because this is traditional and not modern, I'm going to add a few indents into the window. So I want this whole wall to be these windows. So I think we should have double doors going into the bedroom, then single doors for the bathrooms and stuff. And so the next thing to do is to add all of these wall trims around. And guys, if you're wondering how to get wall trims onto the elevator, you actually go into structural and you can just add them on manually. I know this one isn't actually an exact match. And then I'm also going to add a tiny little pillar in here just to separate it off a little bit. And there we go. Now we can start decorating. So I'm going to put the floor in, and then for the walls, I don't want to make them like too crazy. So I think maybe this dark gray. And guys, I know it makes sense to start with the entryway, but to be honest, I'm feeling like starting with the kitchen. So I'm going to use these modern counters. We don't want it to be too massive considering the apartment's quite small. And my dream apartment definitely has black and gold counters. I don't want to make the island too long because somebody actually commented my islands are always too long. Anyway, I'm going to make some white stools here, and I'm going to use these because I haven't used these in forever. And I've changed my mind, guys. I want grey in the kitchen actually over black. Now it's time to add things like the oven and the fridge, of course. And I feel like the compactness of this kitchen is really giving apartment vibes, like city apartment life, guys. Anyway, now we need to add the essentials like a blender in, and then I have a coffee machine, so I'm going to over here make a little coffee station, and then maybe we'll just have some saucepans hanging down. Now let's give all of this a splash of color. And also, guys, we need to keep healthy, so fruit bowl is definitely going to be over here as well. And I like to always add this food warming tray onto my island. I don't know why, it just looks so fancy. Then on this wall here, I want to have a little notice board, so I'm going to put a painting in. But yeah, the kitchen's actually coming to an end, and that is probably the quickest kitchen I've ever built in BLOXBURG. So we'll add some final little lights. And I know it's simple, but at the end of the day, guys, it is an apartment. We have got limited space. So next, I am going to move over to the entryway. I definitely want to add some like shelving in here. So these square shelves are honestly like my new favorite shelving. And so I'm going to definitely put some of these stacked in the entrance. Of course, we're going to add some things in here. So maybe some books, pencils, and then a bunch of other random stuff. And right now, this looks a little bit crazy. So I'm going to color it all. And as you can see, I've also brought some plants out because I feel like plants are just so welcoming. And then finally in this entryway, I'm going to add a carpet because I don't want to overcrowd it considering it's literally a hallway. And now we have this tiny little toilet. I don't actually know why I put this here. It was kind of random of me. You know, some toilets have like sinks built into the back of them. I'm going to like try and do that here, and we'll make it so the door actually opens outwards so it doesn't like knock on the toilet. And the best thing about having a 1x1 room is you can have really cool looking shelves. And on these, I'm just going to put some very basic bathroom equipment. Also, almost forgot toilet roll. That is like the most important thing. Finally, I'm changing the wall texture to tiles, and that's our tiny little toilet room done. And now I'm going to do the dining room. I'm doing this house in such a random order, but let's just go with it. So I'm definitely feeling like having a round table, and this one looks perfect. I'm going to use the same chairs that sort of match with these stools, and I actually really like the default color of the table, so I'm going to keep that in here. And we also have a really big empty space along here. And the thing is, I don't want to cover up this big window too much much, but I'm thinking we do have just enough room for like a little bench. The theme of this house is minimalistic, so I don't want too much crazy stuff like clogging up the apartment. And we've got a really awkward space for the living room. I'm thinking maybe we just don't have a TV or something and we just have it like kind of connected into the kitchen. And oh my gosh, guys, I was about to use that as a coffee table. That's the tiniest coffee table in the whole world. No, instead, actually, I think I'm going to match the coffee table to the dining table. And does it look weird having it all in one place? I mean, I don't know. We're going to add some of these books because these actually look so classy. And oh my gosh, there's even trendy end tables. Okay, we can have a whole set so we can match everything. And guys, honestly, I hate this living room area. It looks so wild, but we're just going to stick with it, okay? Then to fill up this wall space, I'm going to put some more of these shelves. And guys, please don't get mad at me for using these shelves twice. I just absolutely adore them. Then this area over here is actually perfect because I want to have a little table here. And then next to it, I want to have our hat stands and umbrellas. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. We'll add another painting over here because I absolutely love the aesthetic of them. And as you walk in, I always like to have a little mat where people can wipe their feet. And guys, I don't know what's going on today. This is actually some of the worst building I've ever done. And maybe we can pull things back with the bathroom. So in here, we're going to have just a massive shower and we can probably fit a sink in here as well. Well, I hope we can because otherwise you're going to have very dirty hands. Then over here, we'll have a towel. And because this is the main bathroom, we should probably put like actual useful things on here. Maybe some toilet roll. And this time, we're going to give the bathroom some very bright white tiles. And honestly, I don't think this bathroom's too bad. I think I'm just used to building in such a big space that this tiny little area is just making me struggle. Anyway, now we should probably add some color to the outside. Not too much because obviously we're going to build that into something else later. So a little tip if you want to add some extra detail to outside is to add wall trims, but color them the same color and texture as the wall. And as you can see, it just gives it like a little indent. The only thing I'm going to really add on the balcony is like a little seating area. Then we'll just have like a little fruit bowl there for decoration or something. And then I'm thinking maybe just a little chair in the corner, like looking off into the distance. And I feel like we have built this so quick because all we have left is the bedroom and the closet. And how I do my closets is I normally have like these ones in the middle, which have clothes on display. Then I use the ones with drawers around them on the sides like this. And you don't even realize how expensive closets are. This was just 10,000, guys. And yes, I know this closet is tiny, but it's still got room for a mirror. And we're going to have the tiniest little ottoman in the game. And now we have the bedroom. And oh my gosh, what's going on here? They have a little built-in shelf apparently coming through. I'm actually going to leave that in here and have it as like a little custom shelf. Anyway, we should probably actually get to building the bed. And we can just about fit a double bed in this room. And guys, you might be thinking, Reese's, this is meant to be your dream apartment and it looks rubbish. But yeah, I would agree. It's not my best building, but I'm going to try pull the bed back by adding a lot of pillows onto it. Then this bedroom definitely needs a desk because obviously this apartment is way too small for an office or anything. And because this is traditional, we can get a fancy looking stool with some like pencils and paper and stuff like that. But I really don't know what to add in here. So maybe we could just put this tiny little bench underneath. And I think, guys, what might help this house is actually adding some structural beams. So in the main room, I'm going to add them everywhere in like this square pattern. That one is so uneven. And now, guys, that is basically the apartment done. The last thing we have to do is this tiny corridor room down here. And guys, that is the apartment done. Okay, guys, so before we go in, I just want to say, I know this is definitely not my best building, but yeah, I just wanted to say that as a little disclaimer. But yeah, nonetheless, it's still a nice build. So let's actually look around. Whoa, it is like heaven up here. Let's turn off some lights. So first of all, you have this lovely little corridor. We have a nice display cabinet, and in here is our little guest toilet. So if you don't want them going into the main house, then they can just use this spare one out here. But anyway, the main attraction is in here. So the first room on the left is the bathroom, which again, pretty basic in here, but it does the job. Just next to the bathroom, we have the balcony, which is a really cute little part of it. And then this is the main area. I'm not going to lie, I do like the massive window though. And over here is the kitchen, which is probably the best room in the house. And through here, we have the bedrooms. It has a bed, which basically takes up all the room. And then in here, we have our dream closet. So you can pretend you live in a mansion when you're in this closet. But yeah, that was me attempting to build my dream apartment in Bloxburg. If you guys like this build, make sure to subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.